veteran. Now you just got a good look at her, and this is Delilah. Now Delilah is our 39-year-old female, definitely the veteran of the group. She is our oldest. Now it looks like Delilah's going to show off with her hula hoop. Now guys, this is an excellent photo opportunity, so get your cameras ready because here comes Delilah.
Wow! Excellent! Super!
Very nice job, Delilah. Now we also have Lily. Lily is Delilah's daughter and 9 years old. Now you see Lily right in front of Malia, who she is being pointed over to her trainer. Now Lily might say hello to you guys out there a little bit today.
Hello, Lily.
Now Lily is very special to us because she was born in this very pool just 9 years ago on Easter Sunday.
Oh.
Now we also have our male of the group. He is 17 years old. His name is Sebastian, so be sure to look out for Sebastian. Now we do want to do a little bit of a, we would like to take the time to thank each and every one of you for joining us here today and giving us the opportunity to share our family with yours and show you some of the wonderful skills and adaptations of these marine mammals. It is our hope that once you leave our park today, you can go back to your own community and help spread the word on some of the dangers facing marine mammals in our world today. Well now guys, if you've been listening carefully, you may have heard me mention a few times now that these beautiful animals are in fact made. So I'm actually going to head up into our audience now because a lot of people actually come up to us trainers and ask, how do you train the fish? So I need you guys to help me out and come up with those 5 characteristics that make these dolphins mammals. And they're the same 5 characteristics that make us mammals. So if you guys know, go ahead and yell one out for me. They breathe air, that's right. So you guys notice the dolphins, they don't have gills like fish. They actually have that opening on top of their head, and they use that opening to take a quick breath at the surface of the water, so they breathe the same air as you and I do. All right, guys, you got the first one. We have 4 more, so what do you think? Warm-blooded, good job. So dolphins, they are warm-blooded, and what that means, it means they're able to maintain a constant body temperature. They don't need the temperature of the water or the sun to warm them up. They're actually able to do that on their own, just like we are, and their body temperature is just a little bit higher than ours. All right, guys, you got the first 2, but what do you think for the last 3? Go ahead and yell them out.
Food. About dolphins' food.
What?
Dolphins' food. Eating.
Eating. Okay, well, there is a characteristic that has to do with eating, but it's what the calves eat or drink. What do you think it is? Milk, that's right. So part of being a mammal is that you do nurse from your young. Now I gave you a big hint on one of the characteristics, talking about those calves. So what do you think it is? Live birth, that's right. So the 4th characteristic of a mammal is that the dolphins, they don't lay eggs, they actually give birth to a calf, and then that calf nurses milk from its mother.
Oh.
Now the last characteristic is a little tricky, and most of us here have this on top of our heads. I see a few of us here that don't have it, but most of us do. Hair, that's right. All right, so one of the characteristics of being a mammal is that you do have hair at some point in your life, but does anybody see a hairy dolphin in our pool?
No.
Do you guys have any guesses when a dolphin might have hair? When it's born, that's right. So dolphins do have hair, but it's on those caps. They actually have a few whiskers on their rostrum, which is the long extension that makes up their mouth. Then after a few days, those whiskers fall out. So once we're done, you guys go down the windows, and as the dolphin swims by, you'll see the pinholes where the whiskers used to be. So go ahead, give yourselves a round of applause. You did an excellent job helping me out today. Now I'm going to head back down to the dock, but you might be thinking to yourself that it is still a little strange that a mammal can live in the water. But dolphins, fortunately, they have plenty of body parts and adaptations that make it perfect for their underwater residency. So those first body parts we're going to check out are those small fins on either side of the dolphin. They're actually called their pectoral fins, and they use these fins to make lightning-quick stops and turns in the water. Now, if you were to take an x-ray of these pectoral fins, you would see 5 finger-like digits, very similar to our own hand. Now, Sebastian, he's waving at you guys out there, showing off his pectoral fins. And so is Delilah. Very nice job, you guys. Now, moving right along, we were talking about that opening on the top of the dolphin's head. It's called their blowhole, and once again, they use that blowhole to take a quick breath before heading to the ocean bottom. Now, if you guys listen carefully, you will hear the demonstration of the quickness of their breath. Very nice job, you two. Now, many people think that dolphins actually have vocal cords, but they actually lack them. So all the sounds that you hear coming from a dolphin is coming from that blowhole as well. nice job. Now moving right along, we did talk about those pectoral fins, but you guys also noticed that dorsal fin on the back of the dolphin. Now this dorsal fin is used to keep the dolphin upright in the water, and many people think there's actually a bone that runs along this dorsal fin, but there's actually no bone at all. It's just cartilage that is flexible, and it's very similar to our very own nose and ear. Now to demonstrate how the dolphins use this fin to stay upright in the water, we are going to be doing a hurdle jump with our girls. Now you see Alex, she's grabbing that hurdle, and she's going to give the two dolphins, Delilah and Lily, the signal. Now Alex is going to hold that hurdle as high as she can above the water, and our girls, they're going to get a nice little warm-up lap. Now she just gave the signal. Now listen for her whistle because that does mean good job, and here comes our girls.
Oh!
Very nice job. Now, of course, we can't forget about the very powerful tail of a dolphin. Now, there are two fins that make up the dolphin's tail, and they are commonly referred to as the dolphin's tail flukes. And these two fins are actually connected by what's called a median notch. Now, these two fins are connected to a very powerful muscle called the peduncle, and they use this muscle to chase prey at top speeds or leap high out of the water to check out their surroundings. Now everyone get ready because here comes Sebastian.
Woo!
Very nice job, Sebastian. Well, now that we know a little bit more about our dolphins, we are going to be talking through another common question that we get asked, and that is how do you do all the amazing show behaviors, or how do you train the dolphins to do all the amazing show behaviors that you see throughout today's show? So we are going to be talking through a tail walk, and what we're going to be looking for at the end of this behavior is for the dolphin to get up out of the water and move along the surface of the water. So the first thing we teach our dolphins to do is what's called a target. So you might notice the trainers, they're simply putting out the palm of their hand, and you'll see the dolphin touch their rostrum or bottlenose beak to that target. Now we can use that target to train many different behaviors. Now you'll see Delilah moving along here with Alex. Now, if we were going to do an aerial behavior that you'll see later in today's show, and you've already seen a few of now, we can use a target by having a long pole with a buoy connected to it. But you see now, we're just using a simple hand target here with Delilah.
Wow.
Now, we are looking for that forward motion of a tail walk. So you'll see Alex using her hand and going higher and higher above the surface of the water, so Delilah will follow her for that forward tail walk motion.
Wow.
Very nice job. Now, we wouldn't be talking through this behavior without showing you the completed behavior. So we are going to see, Sebastian does know a forward tail walk, so we're going to see if he'll show that off for us here right in the center with his trainer, Malia.
Wow, wow, excellent.
Very nice job, Sebastian. Well, guys, now that we know a little bit more about our dolphins, I am going to have a very lucky member of our audience come down and help us today. Sweetie, what was your name? This is Rishika, and she is visiting us all the way from India today. So let's make her feel welcome. Give her a big round of applause. All right, Rishika, well, you're going to help us out today and be our honorary veterinarian or animal doctor. So you can sit down right here. We are going to give Delilah a physical exam, and we do this every day when we come into Gulfarium through a series of what we call lookover behaviors. So we're going to look from Delilah's bottlenose beak all down her body to her tail. And the first thing we're looking for, Rishika, is what we call rake marks. So you guys might notice when you go down to the windows, these faint white marks along the skin of our dolphins. Now you can obviously tell that dolphins, they don't have hands and feet like you and I do, so when they play or communicate with one another, oftentimes they use their mouth and teeth. Now Rishika, have you ever touched a dolphin before? No, what did you think she felt like? For all those people who've never touched a dolphin themselves. She said she feels like rubber. That's what a lot of people say. She's very smooth. Now dolphins, they lose their outer layer of skin about every 2 hours, so that keeps them very, very smooth, and one of the reasons why they're very streamlined in the water. All right, so you are also going to be our dolphin dentist today. So Alex is going to have Delilah open her mouth. Now go ahead and take a guess. How many teeth do you think she has? About 50. That's a pretty good guess. She actually has about 50 on the top and 50 on the bottom jaw. They have about 8 80 to 100 cone-shaped teeth. Now, Delilah has the same shaped teeth because she doesn't chew her food. She just uses those teeth to snatch up her food, and then she swallows it whole. All right, well, the last part of our exam is definitely the most important. We are going to look at Delilah's tail flukes. Now, from this position, we can get a blood sample from Delilah, and it's very important for her to remain calm and have a stranger be able to touch her tail. That way, if a true veterinarian were to come in, they could collect a sample while Delilah remained nice and calm. Now, this is a great place to get a sample because there's no bone or fat inside those tail flukes, so it's easy to see a vein and get a good sample. All right, well, I think Delilah did an excellent job for her exam, so what do you think we can give her to tell her good job? We can give her a fish, that's right. Now, for all those people that can't see that little fish up there, go ahead and tell them what kind of fish you think that is. Any idea?
She's vegetarian.
She said she doesn't know all the fishes, but I'll help you out. That's a dead fish. You go ahead and toss it into her mouth. Very nice job. Now go ahead and smell your fingers. Are they pretty fishy? Yeah. Now we're not going to send you home smelling fishy, so I'm going to show you the trainer trick to get that fishy smell off, okay? So go ahead and wave your hands in there. Say hi to everyone out there. Go ahead, rub them together. There you go. And finally, wipe them on your shorts. That's how you get that fishy smell off. Very nice job. And Delilah's going to help you out by spraying at you a little bit. Very nice. Well, let's give our veterinarian a round of applause. She did an excellent job for us today. Now, guys, you might notice that the main theme here is definitely the health and well-being of our dolphins, not only for our resident animals, but for their ocean counterparts as well. Now, bottlenose dolphins, they're not listed as endangered, yet they do suffer from negative interactions with people. Injuries and mortalities from entanglement in commercial and recreational fishing gear are among the most serious threats that dolphins in the ocean face. Interactions such as feeding a dolphin from a boat can teach them to approach boats, exposing them to propeller strikes, ingestion of foreign objects, or harm from
how was
humans.
it touching a
Many
dolphin
people
today?
do not know, but it is illegal to approach any marine mammal within 50 yards, and it can be harmful for both human and
Are you
animal
happy?
involved. We want everyone here to appreciate wildlife, but just